Head coach for Israel is Brad MacArthur. And blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. As the head coach for Team Iroquois, Richie Kilgore. And Israel will get first possession here as they work left to right across your monitor. And set things up slowly. Deckelbaum wearing 23 will move it across the floor. Looks for the return feed, gets it. There's the quick shot. And it's Dougie J. Jameson who gets the start here for the Nats tonight. As it'll be Warren Hill backing up. And now the Nationals on the move for the first time. And here's the chance as Zach Hagen's the starting goaltender for Team Israel. So two goaltenders with professional experience facing off in this one as that early chance goes wide. Picked up by the three-time Mann Cup champion Thomas Hogarth. Across it goes to another three-time champion, but the National Lacrosse League champion Cody Jameson, who posted up a post on, well, I guess you'd post up a post on Instagram, Brad, earlier today. I don't know if you saw it, flashing back to 2007 when Jammer was one of the youngsters of the Nationals team and a team that pushed Team Canada to overtime in the gold medal back in 2007.
Yeah, he was 19 then. And now one of the older players on the team, and I don't know if there's many guys in this tournament. He may be the only one playing in his fourth World Indoor Lacrosse Championship.
Indoor championship. There's a man for Team Australia in Purdy who is playing in his seventh World Championship for Team Australia combined between the outdoor and indoor games. This is Lyle Thompson who wears number 4. Draws a check out high, feed inside to Roundy Stotts, who had his stick pinwheeled right out of his hand. And Israel up with the ball. They're going to get a chance in transition. They score! Daniel Applebaum opens the scoring, and it's 1-0 Israel.
And it starts with a nice defensive play on the back end, as it was Deckelbaum who stripped Jordan Durston, started the transition up the floor, and that's got to feel good for Israel to get the first goal in this lacrosse game. There's no feeling out process in a tournament like this. You just have to jump in and play your game, and a big defensive stand turns into transition, and Israel strikes first.
Ian Kadish will handle face-off duties for Israel. It's JT Jeremy Thompson for the Nets, and he gets the possession call there. As in comes Bomberry now. This is Brendan Bomberry. 20 on the shot clock as he feeds off to Roundy Stotts. Of course, no Austin here as he comes back from a knee injury suffered. As Hogarth with a shot in tight, stopped there by Higgy. And he'll let outlet, and here come Team Israel once again.
Zach Higgins can be a big difference maker for this lacrosse team in this tournament.
Gonna need to be. But they got the 1-0 lead. And here's Bergman. Nice shot.
Similar situation when we see England take the floor in front of Frank Sciliano. That's a goaltender that can win you a lacrosse game when he is on. And Zach Higgins and Frank Sciliano are going to have to be monsters in this tournament to get these two teams to the next level.
Lyle Thompson to Miles Thompson. Here's Kyle Jackson on the run, and he fired that one wide. Will it stay in play at will? 10 on the shot clock. Thompson overran a loose ball. And now Eric Cantor up with it in those white Israeli jerseys with that light blue. And for fans that don't know, and maybe players as well, Brad Challenger, think of it as National Lacrosse League rules. That is an over and back violation. As in comes Bomberry and finds the 5 holes. He took a hit right after taking that shot, and he looks a little phased after that one, but he scores to tie up the game here for the Nationals.
Yeah, the goal will soften the blow a little bit as the Nationals get one before they really set up on the offense. Their players get in deep, and pretty much a transition goal as Bomberry was the late man on and
took the double whammy there.
Strikes to tie it.
1-1. 11. So National Lacrosse League rules for the most part here, Brad. They do have some medical constituents in the crowd that can usher players down into the locker room for concussion protocol.
The only thing we're not going to see really that's different is replays and challenge flags.
We will see replays. We will not see challenges. Here's the captain Jameson off to Hogarth. Sliding low as he works with Lyle Thompson. Double comes, knocked down. Good defense there, and Thompson is still down on the turf here as he looks to get back up. And he's slow to do so here, and he's on the limp back to the Nationals bench, and this does not look good here for Lyle Thompson. I'm not sure I've ever seen Lyle Thompson hurt. And he is walking back to the Nationals bench right now, and this could just be a massive loss here for the Nats early in this tournament. And a massive loss for Lacrosse fans if they're not able to watch number 4.
Yeah, that's an odd sight. And if it's this early in a tournament, you're feeling something, sit down, Lyle, and rest up.
I'm thinking
it's going to be a long 10 days.
I'm thinking ankle for Thompson, and that's not going to keep him out of the tournament for very long if that's the case. But
staying on the bench, not going down to the tunnel.
Bomberry's got 2 straight as he picks the top corner. Past Higgins to make it 2-1, as that one was right up underneath the crossbar inside the far pipe. And Bomberry with both Nationals goals so far set up here from Miles Thompson on the pick and roll.
Yeah, no one switches over to get Bomberry. One defender is following Miles Thompson, gives a bit of a slash and then rolls away, but a wide open Bomberry on the doorstep makes it 2-1.
And Thompson now, Lyle that is, in the tunnel here for the Nationals. He hasn't gone down the tunnel, but I don't think he's coming back in this game anytime soon either. So, early storylines here already as one Lyle Thompson unable to go here on a regular shift so far in this first quarter. That has just about 5 minutes gone as here's a turnover from Team Israel. And they want to drive the net. It's Jean-Luc Chetner on the go and waved off on a crease violation as one of the other players with pro experience on this Team Israel team and Jean-Luc Chetner. I thought we might see a little Culpomania. But no Chad Culp listed on Team Israel's roster.
Yeah, he had taken the lacrosse world by storm in 2015, and that tournament was one of the leading scorers for Israel, became a fan favorite, turned that into a good NLL season after that. There was buzz around Chad Culp.
It was running wild, Brett.
It really was, and they'll miss that fire, but I think there's plenty of nice storylines for this Team Israel to keep them top of mind throughout this tourney.
Bomberry looking for the natty hattie, but that one did not go as Higgins made the stop. And we're under 10 here to go in quarter number 1 with the Nationals leading 2-1. As Israel in possession now as in they come here with Deckelbaum. Double team, ball comes loose on a good strip check there. As it's on the turf now. As Tarbell did the job. One of the recent draft picks from just a couple of nights ago in Philadelphia.
Yeah, newest member of the Georgia Swarm.
There's that ball off a stick and out of play. Tyson Bomberry unable to handle that one. As, of course, a couple of guys, no Jeff Shatler on this team who decided with work and new family that being at home was more important, and you can't blame a man for that. Larson Sundown also making the Nationals, but his education taking priority down at Limestone University and wasn't willing to miss as much collegiate time as he would have needed to here to play in the Worlds.
12 returning bodies. No Johnny Powless. He's been a mainstay indoors and outdoors for the Iroquois over the last handful of seasons. But with the left side with Jameson, Durston, Jackson, pretty loaded on left this year.
Pretty loaded on the left, pretty loaded on the right. Are the Iroquois Nationals this time around here for the World Championships? Feet high. And a little bobble there on the cradle. As Jonathan, that was Brandon Goodwin. And here is Goodwin. As he bounced that one into the stick of Higgins. Israel just down a goal here. Shots on goal, 6-6 as they're hanging with the Nats here through half a quarter. And of course, Israel getting into the blue division with that win over the Czechs in 2015. And losing that bronze medal game to Team USA 15-4 in that bronze game in Syracuse. As Team USA will take on Team Canada coming up next year from Langley, right here on the Lacrosse Sports Network. Myself and Brad Challoner will be with you for the rest of the evening. As Doug Jameson with a good stop in tight.
Got the doubleheader with you tonight. Israel returning 8 bodies, and this is a team that a lot of these guys were on that 2017 European Championship team. This is a club that's able to get together a couple times a year, play in some tournaments, and develop a lot of chemistry. And showing here early.
A lot of homegrown talent as well as Bomberry slips underneath his man. Extra feed. Higgins comes across with a spectacular stop to keep it a 1-goal game.
That's the Higgins we're going to need to see all tournament long.
And you think about Zach Higgins, taking the forefront here for Team Israel 4 years ago. Another 4 years of experience for Zach Higgins as a goaltender at the pro level, senior A level. And he just seems like another stop there from Hickey as a much more confident and prepared goaltender coming into a championships here. A lot more mature, I would say, for Zach Higgins.
Yeah, he's not a goaltender that gets rattled, and that's going to come with experience. If he lets a goal in, you're not going to see Zach Higgins sweat too much, and he's going to be a leader on this team.
Looking confident as he makes the outlet. You got 8 seconds to get it up and over. Israel able to do that. Jetner. Deckelbaum. He'll kick it high. Here's the outside shot. That one deflected and then bounces out near center. And Israel won't be able to keep it on the right side of things, but because it came off the shot, that is a legal over impact. But the shot clock violation will give possession here to the Iroquois Nationals with 6:12 to go. Look out. There's a bubbled hidden ball trick there, almost backfired. And now far side. Durston running picks, and he's one of the best in the business at doing that. Takes the feed in tight. It was a tough handle at the best of times as Durston lost the handle now. Open was Thompson, but he couldn't bring in the pass. They have him listed down as Jerome. Brad, I'm going with Heine.
As you should.
Thank you. Jeremy Thompson trying to pry that ball free. Ball far side, 10 on the shot clock. Cutting through, there's the pass, and pretty good defense there from Tarbell to disrupt that one once again.
Nice follow to take away the hard cut through the middle. That's exactly, if you're Israel, where you want to be. Hard cuts through the middle of the net, get on top of the goaltender. A nice defense.
There's Briar Jonathan wearing 17, not 71. Brandon Goodwin in the counterpart. As there's another turnover, but we're going to get a push on the back on Jackson.
And they forced a few cough-ups here, have the Israel defense. They're disrupting, getting on the hands, and forcing that turnover right around that LEC font on the turf.
There's Stott's penalty call coming up as Jackson lost his bucket. Pull Jameson to the bench here. Still 15 on the shot clock as on comes the extra attacker in Heine Thompson, but he's just replacing Jackson, so another man coming on in Miles. So now they got 4 and 2 out there. Here's Jameson down to the crease. Chance. Durston denied by the post. As the play stays alive here, and the Nationals will get to work another 6-on-5 as Durston came very close, but the red iron.
And see if they look for that same play again. Durston.
There's Miles Thompson in the slot is going to bear it.
And you don't need it, as Durston was looking like he was going to creep around again, but Miles Thompson is left all alone on the doorstep. Quick spin, shoot, bury, 3-1.
Well, obviously a very experienced coaching staff on both sides here. Is you got Brad MacArthur, who's the general manager, head coach of the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club. I almost said it there, Brad, but I caught myself in time. And then you got Jason Crosby over there as well, who is a former NLLer and has been around box lacrosse his entire life. Rob Williams, Jason Johnson, Steve Montour, and Dewey Jacobs, along with Richie Kilgore over on the Nats bench.
All wearing hats, which I know you're a big fan of behind the bench.
Yeah, well, as long as you don't have them on backwards, I'm okay with it. Don't wear your hat backwards on the bench, especially as a coach.
It's a good look.
But I'm going to probably pick one of those Nationals hats.
Yeah, I
hope
there's some nice merch here, and I can't wait to see the individual teams start selling their stuff. The Austrian jerseys were beautiful this morning. These Iroquois jerseys are second to none.
How about those white face masks on the fence? Hard check there from Goodwin will draw a minor interference call. Shots now 11-7 as the Nats lead at 3-1.
I'm just happy to see these gate-style face masks again. We've been so used to the bubble bucket that we've seen in summer lacrosse here in Canada the last couple of seasons. Don't change the cage. It looks good here in the World Championships.
Durston with a feed. There's Tarbell. And he stepped in the crease as Durston had the first opportunity, but usually surehand as he looks skyward, knowing he missed a glorious opportunity. Recently traded Jordan Durston, now a member of the New England Black Wolves. Here's Deckelbaum, who will settle things down for Israel. Ball out wide, far side. Here's the switch on D. Deckelbaum from the restraining line scores.
Nice snipe from Deckelbaum from deep. The former Delaware Blue Hen goes far side on Jameson.
Somewhere John Grant Jr. and Curtis Dixon are clapping.
They are proud.
Maybe Steve Govett as well as his boy Jakester, now a member of the
Nice
Blue
catch
Hens.
and shoot. Jordan Hall, another Canadian who went down there.
Indeed. Good
Nice
lacrosse school.
Outside rip from one of their returning bodies in Deckelbaum.
Thompson with an early move will give possession here to Israel, just down a goal once again now. As Kadish will flip off. Here comes Bergman. Israel to the outside right now, and that's really where they're going to have to do their work, Brad, is try and find a way to get inside on that Nationals defense. And easier said than done as here comes Jeremy Thompson on a partial breakaway, and he bounced it wide.
Yeah, it's going to be about setting nice, hard picks, creating some separation. They've got a lot of big bodies on this offense, guys that can slip in, catch a high pass, look for a quick stick opportunity. But it's all going to be about two-man game and communication.
Deckelbaum with a stiff arm, then fired low. Jameson the stick save, and here comes transition back the other way for the Nats. Lead feed inside. Oh, shot just over top. Higgins might have got a piece. As that one was let go there from Tyson Bomberry. Might have caught the shoulder as it just went over top of the crossbar. 20 on the shot clock now for Bergman. From the outside as he takes a little stick there from Tarbo. And out back away, Wenster Green up for a shift of defense. This is Bergman shooting, Jameson stopping. Oh, open net. And couldn't pull the trigger. I thought maybe the reverse backhand was going to come there from Chetner, but it didn't. As Chetner will try that shot, and it's gobbled up by Jameson. An outlet here to Thomas Hogarth as we're under 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 3-2 here for the Iroquois Nationals leading team Israel. Around a screen, on the run, Jackson pick and roll with his Halifax Thunderbird teammate Cody Jameson. Didn't connect there, and now Jameson wants to drive one-handed shovel feed inside. Quick trigger, Jackson scores.
Nice mitts in tight, Jackson. Ball movement just so well. You think a player on the far side is in trouble, but he skips it across to Miles Thompson, who feeds inside to a quick stick from Kyle Jackson, who's able to pop off his man, bang. Hit is just a couple seconds too late, and it's in the back of the net. 4-2 your score, shots on goal 12-12, and something I've only been there hanging around this, poked into the Austria and Finnish game before this, walked across to the field house, caught the last few minutes of Switzerland, Serbia, and now this game here. And Israel definitely looking like one of the most athletic and fit and monster-sized teams in this tournament so far too. Like they're gonna match.
Might fall into that category as well.
Yeah, there's some big boys on that team, but Israel's gonna match the teams in the blue division as far as their athleticism goes. That could go a long way.
And they're on offense right now, trailing by 2 once again, but check that. As Bergman finds the far top corner past Jameson, it's a 1-goal game once again.
Outside shooter is looking good so far for Israel as Jameson drops that top right shoulder, and Bergman floats it far side on the sidearm rip all alone, and a perfectly placed shot by Bergman.
4-3. Israel right there with the Iroquois, and still no sign of Lyle Thompson back out onto the turf after what looked like an ankle injury early in this first quarter.
And it must feel good for Israel. You're hanging with a team like the Iroquois, who have been second place finishers in this tournament every single time they've had it, every 4 years.
And I'm sure, Israel, USA, Iroquois, Canada all have high hopes. Just look at the run here from Briar Jonathan. Stop there from Higgins. Rebound chance for Durston, and he'll pull out.
Good wheels as he outran Paul, who had a couple steps on him for that Lucy.
I don't know if you would have seen that from Briar Jonathan a couple years ago, but he really looks like he's worked on his fitness and has really improved his speed game as well.
And Rich Kilgore is going to hold you accountable if you're not hustling like that. And Jonathan knows that.
Here come the Nats here with 10 to go in the quarter. Bomberry, skip it, Jameson, 6 on the clock. Stotts, 1-2 with Jammer. He'll send it low. Here's Jackson in behind for Durston. Back to KJ, shoots, and that's stopped by Higgins at the buzzer. And that's how quarter number 1 will end. Shots on goal, 13 apiece. Iroquois lead Israel 4-3. All right, Lacrosse fans, blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in period number 2. Jake Elliott, Brad Schellner with you from the township of Langley, the site of the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships here in 2019. Good opening 15 minutes of play here between Israel and the Nationals. 4-3 your score in favor of the purple and gold. Israel now right to left across your monitor here on Lac Sports Network. As they work in with a little corkscrew shot there, easily handled by Jameson. But the reset goes to Israel as Adam Wolf. And Team Israel will get a new 30, and they're going to get a delayed call here as Higgins off to the Israel bench for the 6-on-5 now.
Yeah, I think it was Ty Logan knocking Wolf behind the net on the back. So we'll get our first look at the Israel power play if they don't score 6-on-5 here.
Hopper with 10 on the shot clock takes the feed, look across, it's up to Deckelbaum, and he hit the outside of the post. And good hustle there to reach out for that one by Hopper. Deckelbaum, backhand feed, look inside, nobody open yet, they're all packed in tight. Lots of time to work with here on the shot clock. Hopper, Deckelbaum, fake it, drive it, flip it. Here's Bergman. He'll send it to the crease. Look inside, still nobody open. There's the outside shot and a kick save from Dougie as the ball comes back out to Bergman, who sends it towards the goal again. And Jameson makes the stop again, but here comes an Israeli power play and a chance to tie the game.
Well, some nice pressure, 6-on-5. Good ball movement by Team Israel. Is definitely showing some signs of chemistry here. Here's the penalty. It wasn't Tarbell. It was Adam Bombery dumping Wolf from behind. So Higgins hustles back, and we'll get our first look at the Israel power play here, down by 1. It's a 5-minuter. So a big opportunity for Israel to strike a couple off the major here and go ahead by 1.
So you got Deckelbaum and Bergman on the far side. Chetner will be the point man. Wolf at this righty shooter. Here comes the chance. It's a low drive there from Hopper, who's playing this near side crease. And now the Nationals want to run. Tarbell up ahead to Ronnie Stotts. Here comes Goodwin down the pipe. He'll send it across. Stotts on the reach, and he put it wide of the goal. And that's how quickly this Nationals team can strike here, Brad, is they are going to be explosive in transition.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're shorthanded or not, and they're going to have chances to go to the net just like that.
Fast are the Nationals, and some changes here on the power play now.
No Deckelbaum on this set, as he's looked to be one of their quarterbacks so far.
Wolf over the shoulder. Here comes the sub shot, and Jameson with a pad save.
Good save to squeeze that one between the sneaker and the turf. That one looked like it was headed in.
Nationals wearing Jordans down there here in 2019, Bradley. Not bad, not bad.
Every team so far has looked sharp.
Durston. Kyle Jackson. Now Stotts working with Hogarth. Here's Thomas Hogarth, bumped off that ball, and Higgins actively reaches out as Hogarth got dropped. And late whistle, but I think the correct call, and the Nationals will get the ball back.
Yeah, and, referees have to get just as much chemistry going as the teams do on the floor. One referee sees it and lets it go, and the second referee says, no, that's an interference call.
15 on the shot clock, backdoor. Durston over top of the goal. Another shot over the shoulder, and he put that one wide as well, as Durston's been a little snake bitten her early. He's had multiple opportunities, but hasn't been able to beat the goaltender.
Yeah, he's been sniffing around the net pretty good. If you're Team Israel's defense, you have to know that 78 is going to be creeping around and try to make them scared of heading in there. Let them know you're there.
Wolf with a rising low to high, stopped by Jameson. Up top now. Chetner, skip feed, and Hopper couldn't control. Nice little pride check there to knock that one free for Bomberry as he lead feeds here for Briar Jonathan. Who had a quick look here in Langley with the Vancouver Stealth a number of years ago. You got to think he's one of those guys right on the cusp. I think Nighthawks gave him a look as well. Maybe Halifax this year.
Yeah, 13-team league. have to think there might be space for him.
Here's
Wenster Green as well, another guy who I think he had a cup of tea in Vancouver.
He did.
Came to a camp for sure. Another bubbler.
Here's Applebaum. Still over 2 minutes to work with here on this 5-on-4 for Team Israel. As they're actually out shooting the Nats now, Brad, 20-13. And this is a major, so they can get 2 here. Around the horn it goes. Wolf into the corner for Bergman. He'll come off the pick. Here's a shot low. Jameson easy stop on the bad angle bid. And ball loose on the turf. And going to have to get a better angle if you're Israel to try and beat Doug Jameson from that area of the floor.
Yeah, you've got a right-handed shot who goes over to that lefty side of the floor, and with that outside, the head of your stick being close to the far wall is not going to be a good shot.
Another 30-second opportunity to kill off here for Iroquois. Here's Durston. Oh, he had Higgins leaning the wrong way and missed the net. Then he tripped on the turf. Durston's really fighting it here. Bomberry tried to flip ahead. He was buried from behind, but the Nats still have it. Look up floor, and there's Goodwin standing up in the offensive zone as he finds Hogarth across the floor.
Semish has been throwing his weight around. He's the guy who gave Lyle Thompson the bump, and we haven't seen him since, and he takes Bomberry down on that last play. Mean defender.
I think I might spot LT4 down the tunnel there without his gear on now. Hogarth on the one-on-one, trying to beat his man underneath. The low bounce shot's going to trickle in, and Hogarth on a shorthanded bid makes it 5-3.
He takes matters into his own hands, bodies his man down low, slips underneath, and throws a little bouncer past Zach Higgins to get the 2-goal lead. Just tucks underneath his man. It keeps a good angle. That's a sharp angle shot. Hogarth does his best with it.
If there's one thing Thomas Hogarth is not afraid to do, and that's go to the front of the net.
He is a garbage man, for sure.
Here's Thompson on a clean face-off win. Jeremy Thompson off the shaft of Zach Higgins and stayed out.
Had some time. He's almost like looking around saying, should I take this? Does.
Yeah. Hitting the wooden goal stick shaft is one thing. When you hit the field goal stick shaft, that's tough.
Yeah, not a lot to hit there.
Stotts shoots wide, short side. Ball bounces friendly for Miles Thompson.
Get at us on Twitter, Lacrosse World.
Do it.
At Brad Chal, CHALL, and at PXP, the number 4 Sports. Where are you watching this one from? Israel, all around North America. Let us know what you think so far. At Brad Chal, CHALL, and PXP 4 Sports.
Nationals kill off the major penalty, and not only do they do that, but they get a shorthanded goal to go along with it. Reverse backhand from Ronde Stotts, stopped by Zach Higgins.
Stotts gets a cheeky mitt up in the face of his defender as he heads off the floor. Nice to see him wearing an A as he's becoming a man.
Now a penalty call coming here to Iroquois after, I'm not sure if it was retaliation or not. Long shot, scores. Oh, man, what a bomb there from Adam Fishman as he blows it past Jameson far side. So wipe out the delayed call. And it's a 1-goal game once again as watch this heater from Fishman.
It's pretty much the only way they've been scoring so far is nice outside shooting. And yeah, they're getting by with it right now. But if they're going to make this a game throughout, they need to find some other ways to get it done than outside snipes.
Don't forget, coming up next here on LAC Sports Network, Canada versus Team USA.
Who?
Canada, the 4-time defending world champions, against Team USA, the 4-time bronze medalists. As Briar Jonathan dropped an easy feed and almost a turnover. Now a push on the back goes undetected. 3 Israeli players surrounding Jonathan. Who wants this loose ball? Nationals will come up with it. Braden Hill doing the job.
Yeah, nice help to come over.
But it was
3
late.
white jerseys.
Sorry, Bradley. It was late in the shot clock, and Hogarth had to try one from distance. And Higgins able to stop that as we're halfway through this second quarter. Israel's out shooting the Nationals right now, 23-17. Here's Hopper. Shot blocked, deflected wide into the corner for Jean-Luc Chetner. Inside feed for Bergman off his stick and in on goal as Jameson got in front of that one. Hill on the quick outlet. Look out from behind. Oh, that is nasty there on Heine Thompson. Is Udding going to get a penalty here for that effort?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Heine kind of put himself in a bit of a precarious position there, but you got to let up if you're Udding. Here's Jackson. Here's Stotts. Durston inside. The shot is blocked from Bomberry. And we'll see how they issue this one. I think it might be a boarding call here.
Wasn't egregious. Likely just be a 2.
2 minutes is the call as you'll watch it again. And that's a
Kind
dangerous.
of stayed with his back turn, but Udding does go right through him.
Yeah, and when he's probably taking harder hits than that from Big Brother Jer in the backyard, but kind of stopping with your back, or you're facing the boards from 2 feet away with the ball in your stick. I mean, you're putting yourself in a bad position.
You got to keep your feet moving there and get yourself out of danger.
Jameson on the corkscrew, misses wide short side. Ball bounces back into the crease of Higgins, who just outlets up floor. Nobody home. The Nats will get it right back here with 1:35 to work with here on the 5-on-4. It's Jameson, Jackson, Durston, Miles Thompson, and Stotts. Miles. Stotts. Here's Jammer. Back to Randy. He'll skip it to Durston. Got away from him. Still 7 on the shot clock. Randy Stotts, a bounce shot. Save from Higgins. Easy loose ball, Miles Thompson. Jameson with room. Stotts again. Fires and scores. Man, is he accurate.
They just turned that into a shooting gallery. And the surgeon, Randy Stotts, steps in. Precision.
I like that. Stotts the surgeon. Well, I don't want to give any disrespect to Timmy O'Brien, who kind of has that moniker already.
But that was surgical. He steps in, his hands, a surgeon has the best hands in the world, right?
Maybe say like general surgeon or something.
He goes far side, off the pipe and in. Power play goal. That looked easy from Iroquois.
Back to center we go, and another face-off violation on Thompson. I think the Nats were in early there.
Israel still leading in the shot department, so you have to think that's a message from Brad MacArthur. If you want to stay with this team, you need to pepper, and chip away.
I think they're leading in the face-off totals as well.
Got to dig that up, which is a
start taking.
Tough number to do against Jeremy Thompson.
Hard drive to the crease by Zachary Paul. Now lead feed. Here's Bomberry. He's stopped by Higgins with a glove hand save. Oh, hard hit there. Ball comes free. Israel will come up with it. Got to get it across center here in 10 seconds. I said 8 earlier. Thanks to my boy Fetchy for correcting me on that. Couple of little bit of tweaks. One on the face-off rule, one on the 10-second to get it over center. There's probably a couple of others, but for the most part, it's National Lacrosse League rules. Penalty call here to Team Israel in Silver Lake. Don't get me started on the rule book, Brett. It's too early for that.
No, it's a conversation we have. If people aren't familiar with Canadian lacrosse, Jake and I both broadcast games for the Western Lacrosse Association, and we both broadcast games for the National Lacrosse League, and it's always just for players and for broadcasters, right? And for fans alike, you've got a different rule book for the NLL and what these guys grow up with playing here in the summertime in Canada. And I really like what U.S. Boxla has done, and the Colorado Box Lacrosse Association, and some of the leagues that are starting to pop up in the U.S. are playing sort of a hybrid, but more closely to this NLL rule book and this World Championship rule book, which is definitely the way to go.
Indeed. Yeah, a little bit of a delay here as we're under 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. And a tight game going here between the Iroquois Nationals and Team Israel. 6-4 Nats lead it as they'll add 6 seconds or 3 seconds up on each. Well, they added 6 seconds to the game clock, 3 seconds to the penalty time as we get back underway. Bomberry, Stotts, Jameson, Jackson, Durston out there. Here's Bomberry on the crease. Randy Stotts. Jameson with room, shoots, and he bounced it wide. Big bounding ball. Stotts trying to play it off the boards. Nice little whack there Here's numbers down low. Oh, shot off the crossbar. That looked in from Bomberry. No signal.
Yeah, if this was the NLL, there'd be a flag, and we'd be taking a look at that one.
Yeah,
that
one looked like it went crossbar down in the goal. Never touched the netting, but did cross the goal line. Will it matter? Jackson shooting. Higgins stopping and falls down on top of the ball.
And a nice recovery by Higgins. That one looked like it was going to go 5-hole, took a bounce, and Higgy falls on top of it to keep it a 2-goal game. Late stage is second quarter.
Israel trying to run this one out. They'll get it across just in time with Durston on the back check. Then he pried it free. He wants to push it back the other way. He's going to have numbers here on a 2-on-1. Make it 3-on-1. Durston, no looker. And that one stopped in tight by Higgins off of Stotts.
Cheeky forward check by Durston. One of my favorite plays is to watch an offensive player on the forward check, nice little wrap check, strip the ball free, head up on a 2-on-1.
Well, they're never going to cross-check you because they don't want to bend their offensive shaft.
No, they're too.
So it's all stick checks.
They're too feather light up there.
It's all stick checks, but usually they're pretty crafty with them. And you look at guys like Sean Evans, Adam Jones, Lyle Thompson,
Logan Schuss, and Mitch Jones, a couple of Vancouverites.
Got to get your boys in there. Timeout down on the floor here. And they're going to say over and back here on the Nats and give possession to Israel. So everybody had the wrong personnel out on the turf. As they'll make all the switches now is Jean-Luc Chetner. With 3:25 here to go to halftime. 20 seconds to go in the penalty time. As they'll just kill some time out high here. Chetner for a run on Winster Green. 5 on the shot clock. Trying to thread one across there, and Jeremy Thompson able to step in front of that one. Look out of the penalty box there. As Adam Bomberry came out, I don't think he was aware of the player that was coming out of the penalty box.
And it was Silverlick, too. It was a mean, tough defender for Israel.
Kyle Jackson.
Big body, swinging that hammer around.
Trying to create here. Jackson on the pick and roll to Jameson. Gets stopped from Higgins.
Beautiful save as Jameson tries to go far side. Higgins reads it well, and good loose ball picked up by Israel.
Shots have tightened up here, 25-24 now, but it's still a 2-goal lead here for the Nats. Paul sizes up his man in Jonathan. 12 on the shot clock. Paul trying to squirm inside now. Hopper, Bergman. Late chuck coming there from Chetner, and he forced Jameson to make a save, but an easy one at that. As Ty Logan on the long flip to Goodwin at center. Goodwin finds Bomberry off the bench, loads the hammer up and rifled that one wide. It cut a piece of the official off the end wall, and that allowed Israel to pick it up. Up the floor they come quickly. Under 2 minutes to go here until halftime, and I think Team Israel's got to be very pleased with this scoreline right now.
You know, confidence builds on every shift that they are within reach of this team this late in the game.
Here's Deckelbaum, and he got rid of that one in time. 7 on the shot clock here for Hopper, and Jameson stretching out, making that safe.
It just becomes a little predictable that every shot clock ends up in an outside shot with the shot clock winding down. Have to start, like we talked about earlier, getting those pick and rolls, getting cutters through the middle, getting inside and on top of Jameson.
Well, I really think the Nationals that's the MO. Just let them have the shots from the outside and not worry about them doing that, because Jameson's going to make the stop more often than not.
Exactly.
Jackson in behind the goal. High feed, here's Jackson. Oh, good save there for Higgins as he flexed up a shoulder. As Jackson had the far top corner labeled. As Stotts picks up a loose ball, look out from behind. Here's Kyle Jackson. Hogarth pops open. He's got it now. Hogarth into the middle. He'll feed into the corner for Jameson as we're into the final minute. Kyle Jackson had to wait for a ball, took a bump, got it back. Jackson behind the back as he went for the John Grant Jr., or the Jack Bionda, if you will. And Zach Higgins made the save.
John Grant Jr., who scored one of the prettiest goals in his career in this building, right in that spot right there.
I remember very well.
First stealth season here, 2013.
Former Team Canada goaltender Tyler Richards letting that one by.
2014, sorry. And through
Team
the defender Chris O'Doherty, who we're going to see here in a couple hours.
Indeed. So now what do we got? Timeout, Iroquois with 20 on the game clock. Shot clock should be off here.
Well, use one of their use their only first half timeout here to draw something up and try to increase their lead to 3 at the half. But again, if you're Brad MacArthur's Israel team, you're feeling pretty good about being this close halfway through this game. You head into the locker room at half thinking, hey, we are this close. Anything's possible. And be a huge boost mentally for Team Israel. We got Halifax, Iowa,
North
Syracuse,
Carolina,
Saskatchewan, God's country, Victoria, BC, of course. We got people creeping on us right across from our broadcast booth right here. Shout out to the people in-house. Again, you can find us on Twitter at Brad Chow and at PXP for Sports.
The world
is game 1. We're doing
watching.
It's a doubleheader. All the broadcasters this week pretty much doing doubleheader shifts. So you and I will be together here tonight.
We will.
You're on Fieldhouse duty tomorrow morning.
I got some beauties tomorrow. I got Finland versus Sweden. Huge rivalry game, obviously. And then I got Slovakia against Czech Republic, and a huge rivalry game, obviously. Can't wait for those two tomorrow.
Fun.
Here we go. Final 10 seconds. Cody Jameson with it. Stotts down to 6. Jammer holding, looking, got rim, got the shot, scores. You cannot give 88 that time and that look. He's going to bury, and he absolutely picks the top corner to make it 7-4.
And give it an assist to Jordan Durston, even though he didn't touch the ball, but he just tied up his man and didn't let anybody come near Cody Jameson. Watch the dirty work here by Durston.
Just a little hesitation fake there from Jameson to freeze the defender into thinking he was going to pass that ball and utting, and he just never did.
And it bit and went over too far to that righty side of the floor, and Jameson, with time and space, gives the Iroquois a 3-goal lead at half.
3-goal lead at half, but the concern has to be for number 4, Lyle Thompson, who went down in the first quarter and has not returned to what looked to be an ankle injury. We'll have to wait and see, but for now we will take a break. 12 minutes up on the board. It's 7-4 Nationals as they outshoot Israel 28-25 in that opening half here from Langley. And we'll be back with half number 2 from the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships in Langley on LASK Sports Network and TFSETV.ca.
And hope for the best. Shout out Maryland now. Shout out Boston. Thanks for hanging with us here on LAX Sportsnet. My name is Brad Challoner. That's Jake Elliott. You can find us on Twitter at Brad Chal, CHALL, and at PXP for Sports. We'll see what Israel can do here in half number 2.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. If we're giving shout-outs in, Brad, I'm going to do one only because he got in here early. He was the first guy. Shout out to my man, William Johnny, and his beautiful wife, Monica, on 15 years of marriage. Monica, you are a saint if you've been married to that man for 15 years. Congratulations, you two. Shot there goes wide. Out of the stick of Kyle Jackson, Randy Stotts comes up with the ball. Shot on goal, and Higgins squeezing up against that short side pipe kept that one out.
And if you're joining us late into this game or joining us just now for the first time, Lyle Thompson left this game after about his second shift. Took a bump from behind from Semic, the big number 5 defender for Israel, and hasn't come back in this game since. I think it's early in the tournament, so don't take your chances. Best player in the world, just rest up, and hopefully we see Lyle Thompson for your sake and for the fans' sake coming up, maybe not tonight, but definitely tomorrow and beyond.
I think, from watching Lyle go down, we don't want to make this all about Lyle Thompson, but he's obviously one of the best players in the world, and him going down early in this game is a story. The way he walked off, and I don't think it was really too serious, but it didn't look that good either, so I think
don't be too careful is what I'm saying. It could be not serious at all, but rest up.
Get the ice on it, get treatment as quickly as you can, and it's a long 10 days. As Bomberry kicked aside by Higgins. As it'll be Canada and Iroquois on Monday night, and that might be the next time we see Lyle. Just speculating, of course.
Seeing Team Canada coaching staff in the top right corner of your screen right now. Everyone's suited up looking sharp. Pat Coyle, Kermalowski.
Well, I got my suit on, Brad. I don't know what you must have missed the memo or something heading into tonight. I'm shirt, tie, suit. I got it all going.
Just lie behind the camera and a microphone when we're not on camera.
White tank top
tonight.
and cut off jean shorts. I don't know what's going on.
Having a summer here in Vancouver.
Jackson, Lacrosse. Watch this one, ladies and gentlemen, from Kyle Jackson. A beauty. One-handed a la John Tavares from KJ.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as it's going to get. Lone effort through the middle, not a defender. Wow, looks like he's going to come short side and
filthy.
One-handed.
That is ridiculous. From Kyle Jackson.
One-handed lob and dunk. That's backyard lacrosse. He's been hanging out with the Thompsons, getting ready for this tournament, picking up some tricks.
Special goal right there from Kyle Jackson.
Yeah, Halifax Thunderbird this National Lacrosse League season, and that sounds cool to say.
Michigan University product. Here's Thomas Hogarth out of Peterborough, Ontario. He'll make the turn. He'll feed across. Fake the shot, Will Thompson. Bring it down low, little toe drag, crease dive, and Higgins comes across and makes the save.
Definitely seems like Iroquois have come out with a bit of an extra gear here in the second half. They're going to the net early and often. Got a few shots and pressuring. Haven't seen much of the Israel offense so far in this second half.
Quick turnover there in transition on Team Israel, and now a penalty call coming up here against the Israelis as well. Cody Jameson to the Nationals bench, as they only got 5 on there now. Jameson coming late with just 10 on the shot clock as he brings in the pass. Here's Randy Stotts, skip feed. Jackson comes inside and scores. What did he throw there? About 6 fakes in a second and a half, and then slips it short side.
All day long on that doorstep.
Count them up here, Brad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lucky number 7 ends up in the back of the net from Jackson. But if you're the Israeli defense, there's 2 guys sliding over, but someone's got to go to the body a little bit harder and make 47 afraid to get to the top of the crease.
So that's the way you want to start the half here if you're Team Iroquois, with a couple of quick strikes out of the gate here. 3 minutes into this third quarter, and now up 9-4. It was literally a 1-2 goal game for most of the opening half. They got it to 3 just before the half, and now have extended to 5 here in the third quarter. Long feed up here from Jameson, right on the mark for Bombear. No transition opportunity, so give it to Stotts as he'll walk it down this near wall. Sizes up. 18 on the shot clock for Stotts, coming on late. Jackson on the run, shot high. Here's Miles Thompson. That was a shot that ended up in the pocket of Jackson. He'll tell you it was a pass, but it was a shot, Brad. I'm pretty confident. Bomberry, quick feed. Here's Stotts in behind the cage, makes the turn. Lots of time. Backhand feed in front. Nobody home. Ball loose, picked up by Bomberry. His goal line extended. 10 on the shot clock now. Stotts with 8. Loads it again, and fires right into the chest pad of Zach Higgins. Israel trying to get a possession on offense here, but pressured again quickly by Tarbell, who is aggressive as you can be. And I'm liking the edge that this young man is playing with right now. On the edge, but on the right side of things.
Yeah, and I think that's why Eddie Como and company coveted him for their Georgia Swarm in the draft a couple nights ago. It's all about finding that line, playing aggression, but not crippling your team by taking 2.
Here's a chance for Jameson, and Higgins again makes the save. Just picking up intensity a little bit here, Brian. I know we got a 5-goal game, but just feel the physicality picking up a little bit, and we're going to get a penalty call.
Yeah, it took 20 minutes for these guys to generate some hate, but maybe Rich Kilgore is talking to his team saying, hey, we've already lost Lyle from some big hard checks on this back end from this defense. Let's give it back a little bit. Put our foot on the gas pedal here.
Will be a Iroquois penalty. As it'll be Heine Thompson who will serve it, which leads me to believe I think it's a bench minor here. We'll wait for the official call.
Well, they had a couple good looks earlier with Deckelbaum quarterbacking the power play. We haven't seen him play too much offense since.
Near creasers, Bergman had a shot blocked as they got Shetner at the point.
Oh, there he is, down on the crease now. You're right.
That's Jeremy Thompson running up.
They run a different look. Bergman's had a nice outside shot. Deckelbaum had a nice outside shot earlier. Chetner's been quiet. He was their superhero for this team at the 2017 European Championships. Led that tournament scoring en route to MVP for the Championship Israel squad. Playing in his own backyard. Has a quiet night so far.
Played in the 2016 Minto Cup here, Junior A Canadian Championship.
Newest member of the New York Riptide. With the ball now.
70 seconds to go in the penalty time here, being served by Thompson. As Israel will get set up. Shots on goal now 36-29 Nats. As Israel will get set up. Shots on goal now 36-29 Nats. Bergman. And it is a bench minor for too many men. As a quick pick up here, and Bomberry wants to run, but Jameson stretching out for that one, Brad. A little in some discomfort here after making that save, and this could be another huge loss here for Iroquois if their starting goaltender unable to continue.
That's been a rough, unlucky night.
Yeah,
He's pointing at his left leg, saying, no, that's the one, that's the one. Warren Hill quickly grabbing his bucket on the bench as we get a second look here.
I don't know if it's cramping or the way he's stretched out there. He's kind of pointing to his calf, and he's coming off, Brad. He's had enough.
He stretched out with that left leg. Maybe he got caught in the turf and maybe pulled something a little bit. Walking off on his own weight, though. A lot of weight.
Yeah, and this becomes even more magnified here as, no disrespect to Warren Hill, who's coming off a President's Cup win with the Six Nations Rivermen at the Senior B level just a couple of weeks ago, Brad, but Doug Jameson down the tunnel here, and of course, situation with Angus Goodleaf at the President's Cup as well. I don't even know if Angbang's here. Who's backing up Warren Hill if Doug Jameson is unable to continue?
Cody Jameson.
Like, seriously? I don't know.
No, well, we'll see what happens. I joke about Cody Jameson. I hark back to that shift he took in the NLL last season when,
right?
Did he make the stop on? Was it Jordan Durston?
No, it was Durston that made the stop. It was Durston,
and it was Jameson who
ripped the shot.
Ripped the shot on Chet Konechny and buzzed his ear. That's right.
That's right. And it was not pulling any punches about it either.
And Warren Hill is stretching it out. Iroquois on the power play for shorthanded for 46 seconds. So Israel's got to get up and get a couple quick shots on Warren Hill and test him early as Dougie Jameson's just gone.
Stotts with a quick stick off the far post. Chance to kill off almost the remainder of the penalty time now, but with the Nationals leading here 9-4 and approaching the halfway minute or mark of quarter three, it's the story of this game have been the two injuries here to the Nationals in Lyle Thompson up front, and now their starting goaltender and Doug Jameson down the tunnel as well. This is game one. Stotts, check it. Bomberry gets open, and he's first through the crease, doesn't want to touch the ball, and heads up play there from Bomberry to leave it there for Jackson. Out comes Thompson. Now it's back to 5-on-5. They remain up 5 with 8 to go in quarter three.
I think Iroquois actually got tomorrow night off, which might be the best timing possible. You wouldn't think night 2 of the tournament, but the way this night's gone, a day's rest could be big for Lyle Thompson and Dougie Jameson.
Miles Thompson stopped by Zach Higgins, and Israel gets the ball back here. 38-30 your shots on goal as Udding gets across the timeline. Hogarth with an extra whack on Semish, who's of course, the NFL draftee. I don't think he ever played a regular season game in the NFL, but was drafted. So here comes Hogarth in transition. One-handed shovel shot, scores. Hogarth, Lacrosse up.
Three-time Mann Cup champion with the Peterborough Lakers.
He's never lost in Senior A. Won his rookie year, and he's been winning ever since.
I got to an NLL final recently, and quite a story he's been. As he broke into the NLL as a defensive transition player, moved up to the front gate last year with the Buffalo Bandits, turned into a 30-goal guy. And you see the mitts and the creativity down low for Thomas Hogarth, and looking sharp.
Both parents of First Nations descent.
One of those two of those Mann Cup wins for Thomas Hogarth coming here on the west coast of British Columbia. And
whoa, they're almost
Victoria, New Westminster. This is a place he's familiar with playing in.
Quick
I was
whistle.
thinking about Cody Jameson earlier too. He won a Minto Cup, a Mann Cup, and an NLL championship all in this province. Can he make it a world championship as well?
So Hill managed to make his first save. It was a little sketchy, but it stayed out nonetheless. But Israel back in on the attack here, down 6 now. This is Bergman. 15 on the shot clock. Skip it across. Give it right back. Here's Chetner, and high drive goes well wide. Bad angle bid, and that one over the head. Chance here to run for the Nationals maybe. Wenster Green scoops it up one-handed, but Israel is back on defense. And the Nationals will bring the O out as Stotts gets into Utting with a forearm shiver. Bomberry out there with Randy Stotts. Flip it. Here comes Bomberry. Man, does he like that far side top corner, and Higgins had a beat on him there.
And a nice catch, bringing that pass in traffic, in coverage. Jameson will pick one off and get a fresh 30 for the Nationals.
Such a calming influence out there is Cody Jameson. Here's Bomberry to Kyle Jackson, trying to step around. Jackson driving low. Now he'll send it low. This is Thompson, tried to play it to Hogarth. It was knocked down. Hoagie will get to it first, though. Now Utting's got it, and he'll make the turn up floor.
Fourth World Indoor Games for Jameson. He's won everything there is to win in this sport of lacrosse, except for this tournament here.
So, back in 07 in Halifax, 2011 in Prague, 2015 Syracuse, back in 2003, I believe it was held in like the Mississauga, Burlington area, something like that, way back when. Tournament has come a long, long way.
This 20 teams this season, by far the biggest since this tournament's been in existence. We're going to see Hong Kong, Mexico, Costa Rica this weekend.
Sweden, Austria. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Durston on a toe drag. Durston. And Jackson gets buried at the end of that. As it'll be Israel ball here with 4:35 to go in this third quarter of 4.
See the Israeli offense, seems like it's slowing down a little bit, losing some energy. Delayed penalty coming up as Higgins comes to the bench. See if they can do something here, 6-on-5.
On the outside, Chetner. Bergman cutting through, comes to Deckelbaum, took his eye off it, and that allowed the Nationals' Wenster Green to close the gap. As he gives Deckelbaum a rough ride.
Some frustration setting in too. Deckelbaum goes for the retaliation hack rather than just going for that loose ball, getting the ball back in the stick of Israel. Actually going to get a penalty here on that retaliation. So these penalties will wipe out. Not a smart one from Deckelbaum.
No, you can't be doing that down 6 here. You need to make the most of your opportunities, and that's just an undisciplined one there. And because it was Deckelbaum that took the second infraction there, Brad, that the Nationals are going to get possession here.
4-on-4 with a lot of floor space, a lot of area to work the ball around. It should be
this is when you'll
fun
see
to
them,
watch for Israel.
Yeah,
for Iroquois.
Get them creative.
Yeah, create some space for.
There's an argument
Randy
there's an argument to be made, Brad, that lacrosse should go to 4-on-4 full time.
I'd like to see it maybe for I don't even know if we need it for overtime. It's fun to see it a couple times a game, but I don't think we need 4-on-4.
Well, they got too many out there now.
We're going to go 5-on-5, so these penalties are just going to be coincidental.
Okay.
So we're not going to get the fun out of 4-on-4. Sorry for the tease.
There's Jackson with a bounce shot. There's another rule change that I'd like to see when two players take the manpower off. Let them play 4-on-4 or 3-on-3.
And maybe that's another differentiator between this and the NLL.
For sure.
You see that in the NLL. You get 4-on-4.
No, you don't, actually. In the NLL, you don't, but in summer lacrosse, you do. Not to throw you under the bus, but yes, that's true, Brent.
Take your word for it.
I
think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite. We definitely get 4-on-4 in the NLL at some point.
No, I'm sorry. We can talk about it after.
Fetchy, you've been hitting us up all night. Someone's got to win this battle.
Here's Bergman with 5 on the shot clock. Winster Green all over him, and a little too aggressive there from Winster. Is going to draw a minor interference call.
See some smothering defensive shifts in this half for the Iroquois defense. Israel yet to score a goal in this half.
Jetner right on Hill the stop as they'll scoop quickly and look up floor and lobs one out here for Bomberry. He's got Durston coming off the bench. Not sure why he didn't get it. Now he does. Bomberry on the wrong side of the floor. And Durston's got to be a little more selfish on that occasion. I think he realized afterwards that Bomberry was the wrong hand to throw that pass to. And Durston trying to be a good teammate and unselfish, make the extra feed, but that's one he needs to take.
Michael letting us know on Twitter here, hearing Angus Goodleaf actually flying out tomorrow to cheer on his team.
Okay.
They might need to throw him some pads, though.
I don't think
if they don't see Doug
Jameson. I don't
Jameson.
think Angus is going to get clearance to play. Hogarth right on. Higgins the stop.
I'm just glad to hear that he's on
Able
well
to
enough
travel.
to be on a plane
Yes.
and come out and support.
Man, was that ever scary. Israel. Bergman down in front of the Israel bench. I'm not sure what happened there.
Turf monster.
Samish heading off. Man, is he a big body. Here comes Bergman. He'll shoot and score. That one slipping past Warren Hill on the stick side, and Israel within 5.
Similar to the last goal he scored, he likes that sidearm, far side high to float it into that top shelf. Israel gets their first goal of the half.
There's a little shot on the run there. Hip high.
He doesn't get a stick on him or anything. He just sort of comes in. Tarbell leaves him alone. He floats it. Warren Hill gets a bit of a piece, and it just bounces in. Pinballs past the goaltender. 10-5.
Use the defender as a screen nicely there. USA Canada comes up next here from the LEC. 7:30 Pacific time. You can see it all right here, as well as every other single game at the World Championships on LAC Sports Network. And, of course, TFSE TV. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Nats out by 5 here. Out shooting Israel 44-33. Backdoor, Jameson denied. Rebound chance there. As Bomberry went airborne for that stuff attempt. He's been an entertaining player to watch. And he's going to have to play a bigger role here without Lyle in the lineup. Stotts looking, tucking, lost it. Ball loose. Who wants it? Hogarth's got it. 15 on the shot clock. Jameson, high drive over top of the goal. Durston trying to run one down. Udding after it as well. Durston up with it first. 6 on the shot. Why are they blowing that down? That was a shot attempt. They'll give Israel possession. I don't think that should have been over and back. This is Chetner. High feed there. Brought in. Pass in front. Bergman scores!
Nice patience with defenders draped all over his back. A feed inside. That's one of the first time that Israel slipped in and got a man on the doorstep. And Bergman completes the hat trick tonight. The flow down low.
2 Nats on him.
10-6.
4-goal game.
Loves that far side high again.
Why not? It's working. Tyson Bomberry taking this drop, and he'll win it. As that was Kadish battling him in the small circle. Here comes Lyle Thompson as we're into the final minute here of third quarter play. Jackson far side. Feet in front. Miles was cutting through. Took a check from behind on his way through. Now from Jackson outside to Stotts down low, and he pumps that one into the goal as the Nationals answer right back. That is good ball movement there from the Iroquois. Hogarth.
And that's what they're known for. It's never in anybody's stick longer than a split second. Just so fluid. And great chemistry as that one skips from the point down low to Randy Stott's quick tap in, and we're at 11-6.
Back to a 5-goal lead here with 41 seconds to go in the quarter. Thompson can't win that one. Kadish has it. Pinwheels out of a double team, and now he's going to draw a penalty call. As you heard the whack on the helmet there by a Nationals defender, so Higgins to the Israel bench for the extra attacker. 10 on the shot clock now. It's Chetner coming on late. He's got Deckelbaum. Chetner into the corner. Udding running picks inside. Here's Jean-Luc Chetner over the top, and that went into a stick of Bomberry, who blocks the shot. But a real opportunity here at the end of the quarter now for Israel to get back within 4 on a power play goal with just 9 seconds to go in the period.
Yeah, good opportunity to make things interesting as we head towards the 4th. We'll see if we can get some motion again, see if we can slip a man down low.
So here we go, final 9 seconds. Deckelbaum, play it across, shot, another good stick in the lane. Still time here. Wenster Green,
Tarbell
it was
fired that
Tarbell.
one from center.
And Higgins still in the goal because Israel had the man advantage, so no reason to pull the goaltender there. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in the 4th quarter between Israel and Iroquois. 11-6. Nationals lead it. However, they are short-handed here to start the 4th quarter, as Jordan Durston has it. Across to Randy Stotts. Miles Thompson with a chance on the wrong side of the crease for him, and Higgins able to pop up and stop that one. As Udding will get it in deep here, and Israel will try and kill some time off. Long shot, handled by Warren Hill, who's in the goal now as Doug Jameson going down in the 3rd quarter. What looked to be a calf injury possibly, and has not made an appearance back on the bench yet.
I'm not a doctor, but I'll say it was the left leg.
Okay.
We'll go with that. And he's down there now in the tunnel, no gear on. And again, no Lyle Thompson, who left after the second, after pretty much his second offensive shift. What's your breaking news there?
We are going to try and get a replay of that Lyle Thompson injury for you at some point here. Hopefully we can dig that up. But I was wondering who the 3rd goaltender could possibly be for the Nationals without Angus Goodleaf here. It is Kevin Hill, general manager of the Burnaby Lakers, who will be the 3rd string goaltender here for the Iroquois.
Wow.
By the way, I was right. You were wrong on the coincidental penalty.
Oh, you want to break that news?
I'm right. You're wrong. That's all I need to say.
I can soak that.
Thank you.
World Indoor Championships, coincidentals, 4-on-4. National Lacrosse League, coincidental penalties, 5-on-5.
Thank you.
I prefer the 4-on-4. But does that almost incentivize a team to sort of
incentivize?
Is that a word?
I don't.
Is that a word? I'm going.
Somebody tweet at us.
I'm going with it. But you could almost incentivize. Power play is you're going to take a power play, but
Jameson.
That almost makes 4-on-4 lacrosse a good thing, and I don't know necessarily if the NLL wants to go that direction, right?
I think they should. Cody Jameson with another makes it 12-6. Set up from Hogarth once again, and that's right in the sweet spot there for Cody Jameson.
Yeah, he's been scoring goals like that since he was 3 from that sweet spot. He's got so many different shot options there. This is hard overhand, simple, clean, 12-6.
Nationals up with another face-off, and then Israel up with another penalty here as Adding's going to go for a cross-check on the back of Tarbell, who I've really been impressed with here in this opening game for the Nationals, Brad.
Yeah, he's been quick. He stripped a couple guys of the ball. He's turning things over, winning possessions. It's a good draft pick that Georgia got back pretty late.
Yeah, outside the top 10.
Now back to the power play for the Iroquois. We've got 52 shots on goal on Zach Higgins now, as Adding will take a seat.
And here they go with the 5-on-4. Durston, Jackson, Jameson, Stotts, and Miles out there. Jameson, Miles, quick stick, Higgins, good stop there.
A good read by Zach Higgins to slide over, take upstairs away.
Israel get it across the timeline. And now a chance to kill some time out. But they turn the ball over rather quickly, and here comes Bomberry in transition. No numbers here for the Nats, so they'll slow up with 11:20 here to go in this final fourth quarter. Canada, USA comes up next here on LAC Sports Network. 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 back east. And those two teams opening game here of WILC 2019. Reset on the shot clock. Jackson just outside that dotted circle. Shot there, hit the crossbar and stayed out. Israel trying to clear the zone once again. And look out right near the center line. That's never a good idea to be high man with the ball there. And again, Israel having a little bit of a hard time trying to clear here while shorthanded against the Nationals.
I feel like the intensity and the speed of Israel's back end has tapered off the late stages of this lacrosse game. Their athleticism was quite impressive in the first half.
Durston with a dunk attempt tonight.
But you got a long night. The guys are swinging the ball around. Your head's on a swivel. It's tough to defend this Iroquois national offense.
And I think the Iroquois offense has really kind of taken a little bit of their foot off the pedal here as well. And I mean, and rightly so. You're up 6. This is a long 10-day competition. And if you can store some gas in the tank coming down the stretch in the end of the game and save some energy moving forward as they get another one there, but that's all going to pay dividends heading into medal rounds and finals and all the rest of it, the fresher you are come the end of the tournament. So if you have to let up a little bit when you got a lead in a game like this, then maybe that's what you do.
Oh, big time. These guys are going to play a lot of games in 10 days, and unless you've just come through a grueling man cup run or something like that, you know, most of these guys that are NLLers, professional lacrosse players, you play one game a week and sometimes two a couple times a season with those double headers, but not often are they playing so many games in such a short period of time. Kevin Hill and one of the assistant coaches opening the gate for
he's the third goaltender.
Third goaltender now. He's down there running the gate duties.
Another there from Lyle Thompson, set up from Hogarth in a beauty.
Offense running very fluidly now.
And really, it took a little bit to get the motor running, but it's firing all cylinders right now.
Yeah, and this crowd getting a little bit bigger as this game goes on, and we're an hour away from Canada, USA.
And the other thing here for Zach Higgins, I mean, Bradley, is he's going to get worn down too, making spectacular save. And sooner or later, he just doesn't have the energy to go post to post.
Yeah, he's backed up by Jared Jensen. And I wonder if maybe Zach Higgins gets a night off at some point in this tournament. Israel will play USA in the late game tomorrow night, 7:30 West Coast. And the Iroquois pouring it in here now, their 15th tally in the fourth quarter, as they approach 60 shots on goal.
And that's 3 in quick succession there. And, you know, it's 15-6 now, Brad, but
that's the defender, Ty Logan, getting in on the action.
It doesn't really feel like a 15-6 game.
It was 7-4 at halftime, almost 6-4. They scored with a couple seconds left. But it just has been a completely dominant second half by the Iroquois.
And it almost seems like they've kind of just sucked the confidence right out of the Israel lineup as well. Who came out guns a-blazing.
Yeah, they were confident for the first bit, but yeah, we're missing that aggression on the back end that we saw. There were some transition opportunities early that we just haven't seen since, and now it's just been drop passes and second guesses.
9 minutes to go in this one, and we'll get a 10-second violation there. Or a shot clock violation, excuse me, on Team Israel. Can we get the upcoming games for each of these teams, Brad? Well, you got a minute?
The Iroquois has got a day off tomorrow, and Israel will play USA tomorrow night.
There you go.
Canada, England, 4:30 tomorrow, right here from the arena.
Here's Semish driving. Semish hard into Hill. Look out. And he's going to get gang tackled here as he went hard into the Iroquois goaltender.
Oh, now Udding gets a nasty chop at somebody.
Well, you knew
frustration's boiling for Israel now.
This is not what you want here in a World Championships whatsoever. And you can understand the reaction of Iroquois after losing Doug Jameson to an injury, to have an NFL tight end size come barreling into your goaltender in a 15-6 game in the fourth quarter. And I'm not...
When you've already lost one goaltender.
When you've already lost one, and I'm not taking anything away from Semish because he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's driving hard to the rack, but you can understand the reaction of the Nationals seeing that, is what I'm saying. But you don't want to see...
Absolutely, and in a tournament like this and where this sport is at, there's going to be some lopsided games, but if they all turned in to brawl games, there'd be no point in having this tournament. So you got to react, you got to protect your goaltender and make sure that this doesn't go any further than what we just saw. But Semish is a behemoth.
Man. Specimen comes to mind.
Again, he's the one who got on Lyle Thompson's back early in this game. We haven't seen Lyle since. And he gave a bump to Adam Bombery early in this game, too. We recall in the first quarter that he felt after scoring a goal.
So 8:33 here to go. Shots are 58-35 Nationals. They lead by a score of 15-6. And you would expect to be, well, I don't know, after the shenanigans after the Semish hit, I think was getting the original call. Iroquois may get the extra one coming out of all this. Getting a tweet coming in from Buffalo Bandit Ian McKay asking about the turf here. Brand new turf at the Langley Event Center, and it's not quite outdoor turf. It's not quite NLL turf. It's kind of a bit of a hybrid, I would.
Yeah, and it's not that thick. You take the headphones off, you can actually hear the stomping of the feet on the whatever's underneath.
And I think because it's absolutely brand new, it's just taking a little while to settle. But I think it would be, to answer your question, Ian, something you would compare to what you see at the soccer center in Calgary or maybe Colorado where you practice. Something like that, maybe a little bit shorter. But it's brand new turf, and I think it's taken a while for it to kind of settle in. As they still continue to delegate penalties here. And while we got a minute, I'll let you know once again, you want to be interactive during the broadcast here on Lac Sports Network, tfsetv.ca. You can find myself at PXP, the number 4 Sports, and Brad Challoner is at Brad Chell.
Thanks to Brent and Patrick both pointing out that incentivize is in fact a word. It felt right when I said it.
So we're 1-1 tonight. We're 1-1 tonight.
It felt good. Now I know I can use it again.
Incentivize. Semish is done for the evening as he gets escorted across the turf. And I honestly, I don't think Semish is that kind of player where he's going in and trying to hurt somebody. I think he's just a big, burly dude that was driving the cage hard and got a little bump and made some contact with the goaltender.
And is that Udding heading down with him, too? I think it was Udding who gave a punch to someone's face in that scuffle. It was a good night for him as well. And we'll wait to get the official call from the referees here.
Leave it to Lax Film Room to back you up on incentivize. Shout out to Patrick McEwen. What's going on, Patrick?
Brett Colombe, your head referee tonight. John Szabo, Martin Kuhlman. Pavel Petrov, the spotter. Like that handle.
Jameson waiting at center to get possession here after a lengthy penalty deliberation. Ends up with 5 minutes up on the board here for Semish. So it's a 5-on-4 for 5 minutes for the Nationals. Cody Jameson 1-2 here with Stotts. Around the screen, sidearm release, and that one skips wide as Lyle Thompson will run it down out high. Bomberry, quick pass. Here's Jameson over top of the goal as he had room on the short side, but about 6 inches over top of the crossbar. Shot clock winding down here on the Iroquois. Higgins can't reach that one, but it'll be a shot clock violation on the Nationals. Here comes Israel in transition. And they're in tough now. Down 15-6 and shorthanded here for the next 4:20. And just haven't really been able to penetrate the middle most of the night here. And most of their goals, if not all of them, Brad, have come from outside shooting.
Yeah,
as Deckelbaum gets rocked there by Briar Jonathan.
4 of the 6. They opened the scoring tonight on a transition breakaway early in this game. And then there was a power play goal where Bergman slipped onside the doorstep. Everything else has come at distance. And the Iroquois defense really done a good job keeping them at bay tonight. Guys like Tarbell and Wenster Green, rather. Briar Jonathan's had a pretty clean and
look at that play. Stotts on the finish. I mean, it's not in anybody's pocket for longer than half a second, Brad, and it's bing, 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 back of the net.
No, and it's beautiful.
It really is.
It's a work of art.
Watch it. Jameson, Durston, bang, Stotts, in it goes.
There's not a defense in the world that's going to stand up to ball movement like that. That is brilliant.
16-6. Well, arena's starting to fill up here, Brad. Expect a good crowd on hand for USA-Canada tonight. And we are in for some great lacrosse over the next 9+ days here from Langley. And it's just beginning. Scores from earlier today, if you've missed it on day one here. Australia in convincing fashion over the newcomers, the Costa Ricans. 20-1, the final in that one. Scotland goes down to Slovakia 24-14. Finland took a while to get started, but they go away winning easily over Austria 20-5. A tight one between the Swiss and the Serbs, Brad. You watched that one. Serbia with a tight 2-goal 8-6 victory over Switzerland.
There's been 3 20 spots today, and if this game keeps going, there could be 4. That was I was watching the Finland Austria game, which is a bit of a wash. I walked over to the field house, which is just literally down the steps out the back door of this arena. So the field house games and these arena bowl games, folks, are right side by side. But poked down, it caught a thrilling finish in that Serbia-Swiss game.
Yeah, you can't watch both at the same time, but...
And it took me all of about 3 seconds. I walked in, I stood next to the penalty box and leaned on the glass for a bunch of Serbian mothers to start yelling at me to sit down and get off the glass because they couldn't see. The Serbians are going to let you know if you're in their way. And they roll deep. There's a lot of local, Nick Belic, the Geich brothers. There's some local talent that has played in the NLL and in the WLA on that Serbian team. So lots of hometown fans built in for Serbia.
I like it. Under 6 to go. Here's Jameson, room, and hit the post. On an absolute rocket, ring it straight off the iron as it rolls all the way down the floor. And heads up here from Warren Hill, who doesn't want to touch the ball. Shot clock's not running. Game clock is running. Penalty time's running, but you're up 10 goals. So no real rush to scoop it up. As right now in progress, the Czech Republic and Mexicans are doing battle. And then we mentioned Canada, USA coming up, along with newcomers, the Netherlands, taking on Team Ireland coming up at 7:30 over in the Fieldhouse as well. Heine Thompson with a shot, Higgins to save. Every single game available right here, live, free of charge on Lax Sports Network and TFSETV.ca.
Yeah, we're going arena bowl games and Fieldhouse games happening at the same time all weekend long. 10:30, 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30 starts here on the West Coast.
Durston tried to get a little cute. Higgins makes the save as it's, well, we've had a couple of 20 spots tonight, Brad, or today. We might be looking at a 30 spot as the Czechs sit on 29 with 45 seconds to go as they lead 29-6 over Team Mexico. So maybe one more possession here for the Czechs to try and get 30. 4:10 to go in this one, and the Iroquois will start 1-0. Team Israel will start 0-1. And we got Canada, USA coming up next. Backhand feed to Miles Thompson. Here's Bomberry. Randy Stotts, 6 on the clock. Hits Jameson, give it right back down to the crease to Durston, who picks the top corner.
And does he ever? As top corner can get. Durston's been swarming around the net all night long. This one pays off for him again. This great ball movement. The more and more deeper we get into this lacrosse game, the better passing the Iroquois get. And Stotts, looks like it's going to become a shot, but it's just a brilliant pass to Jordan Durston, who goes far side high.
Thompson with a clean face-off win. It's all academic now for the Nationals, who were in a ball game at halftime. It was 7-4, but a 10-2 run here in the second half has got them in control. This is Kyle Jackson. Tried to fake a pass, and Udding will pick it off. He's trying to race away for a breakaway, and Nationals are going to get a too many men call. As they sent a man out of the back gate, as Hill's got to stop.
You talk about that Czech Republic team, Jumbo. That's a team that was in the blue division.
Right.
And dropped down after losing to Israel.
Yeah, that's why.
In 2015. That's why they're not in this division anymore. England, the other team that we haven't talked about that's in this division, they'll be backstopped by Frank Chiliano.
And Israel playing Team USA, Team Canada last year, but didn't get a chance to play the Iroquois. Have played England and Australia. And, of course, the Czechs. In just their second World Championships. But really a program that is escalated very quickly, Brad, and since its inception have really put themselves on the world stage as far as a nation that is growing and a lot of homegrown talent and doing things the right way, and have worked their way into the blue division in a really short period of time in the indoor game.
Well, the success this team has had in Europe, the success of hosting the Field Lacrosse World Championships in 2018. There's buzz at the grassroots level in Israel. It's because of guys like this, guys like Brad MacArthur, who have helped build these programs and put boots on the ground in Israel. It's been nice to see.
No question about it. Under a minute to go in the penalty time for too many men. As Thompson back in the box serving the bench minor as we go under 2 minutes to go in the game. Oh, rocket there. Rings off the pipe. Zach Paul letting it fly. And what was an extremely entertaining opening half, this game has really kind of slowed to a crawl here in this fourth quarter.
Seen some entertaining offensive possessions out of the Iroquois, though, and I think that's what you gravitate towards.
Sure. In
a game like this. Yes, it's a blowout, but what are they doing right? And it's just the motion, the movement, the chemistry that this team has.
Just the ball moves so quickly, and I think that's, what
the ball doesn't stop, and that's a good opportunity there by Israel, showing what ball movement can do. That's the best look they've had in a while.
But that's the difference between established nations and developing nations, is learning that the ball can move and do the work so much faster and easier than the body can. And it's almost the difference between what you see in junior lacrosse and senior lacrosse, where in junior it's the body that does the most of the work. In senior it's the ball, and all these guys are such great athletes at moving, passing, catching, shooting. As you see, another display there on a crease violation, but nobody's dropping passes, and that's why the ball moves so quickly.
And it's second nature. No one has to reset their stick and check their pocket when they catch a pass. It's just in and out.
Bang on. 15 on the shot clock here for Deckelbaum. Good save there for Hill. Hogarth a loose ball as he turns up floor. A little shovel feed, a good one. Goodwin joining late. There's the backhand pass, and good, he dropped it. Usually sure-handed Brandon Goodwin, maybe thinking about the opportunity that was about to come. And it fell by the wayside as this clock ticks down here in this one. Team Iroquois put 65 shots on Zach Higgins. They get 17. Israel Manufacturers 41 shots. They get 6. Past a combination of Doug Jameson and Warren Hill. Well, we'll get you players of the game here before we get you on your way and look ahead to Team Canada and Team USA coming up.